to the ICAPGen video, Accreditation Readiness. My name is Lisa Stokes, and I'm an accredited genealogist professional in the Mid-South region of the United States. This video covers important topics to help aspiring genealogists prepare for accreditation. There are 3 areas of preparation needed for accreditation readiness. First is education, second is research experience, and third is writing experience. Take advantage of the many educational opportunities to hone your research skills, learn new methodologies, and improve your writing skills. Be sure to visit the ICAPGen website to find more education and skill building materials. Keep in mind that this section of the website is a work in progress and new materials are added periodically, so check back often. Next, watch the ICAPGen videos at our YouTube channel. These have been created to help applicants through the accreditation process and to help them learn skills specific to successful testing. Also, watch videos and webinars from other organizations and groups. Watch videos about methodology, history and geography, record types, and webinars and videos that are specific to your accreditation region to improve your skills there. To find a list of well-known organizations that produce webinars and videos, see ICAPGen.org. Here's a list of some of the places that you can go to watch excellent webinars, many of them for free. The FamilySearch Learning Center, the BYU Family History Library, Roots Tech Video Archive, the National Archives Virtual Genealogy Fair, Legacy Family Tree Webinars, and Ancestry Academy, to name a few. Also, national and local genealogical societies and other genealogy organizations often sponsor and live stream webinars and then archive them for members to view. This is a great way to take advantage of your membership in these organizations. Sometimes these webinars are even free to the public for limited viewing. Another educational avenue is to take genealogy courses. There are university and online courses available. Check the ICAPGen website for a more specific list of these courses. Also, attend conferences and institutes when you're able. At these venues, you can learn valuable research, methodology, and writing skills. Institutes are especially valuable learning experiences because they focus in depth on one topic for an entire week. Again, see the website for opportunities. Subscribe to Conference Keeper, an email newsletter, to be informed of the dozens of upcoming genealogy conferences, both live and virtual. Many of the virtual conferences are even free. Another very important area is to read genealogy books. Read books about record types, methodology, and writing skills, and especially books about your accreditation region. You can ask an accredited genealogist professional from your region which books they recommend. Study professionally written articles such as those in the National Genealogical Society Quarterly and other periodicals. These articles will help you see how other professionals write and how they bring the evidence together. Read informational articles. There are hundreds of top quality magazines, blogs, newsletters, and websites to enhance your education. Another important educational opportunity is to receive feedback, and a great way to do this is to join a study group. ICAPGen has a Level 1 study group and a Level 2 and 3 study group. See the website for specific requirements on how to join a study group. For a Level 1 study group, the main requirements are that the project research is complete or near completion, that the applicant has plenty of writing experience and has the ability to craft professional citations. The requirement for joining a Level 2 and 3 study group is successfully passing Level 1 testing. So consider joining a study group when your skills are up to par. See the ICAPGen website for a list of other study group opportunities from other organizations. Don't forget about social media to help you connect and network with other professionals. There's Facebook, LinkedIn. Many professionals have blogs and websites that you can go to. And don't forget about the ICAPGen Accreditation Mentoring Group on Facebook. Here you can post your questions and they will be answered by accredited genealogist professionals. Make an education plan and set specific goals for educational opportunities. For example, you could plan to attend conferences and institutes, or you could plan to take an online course. You could also set smaller goals. For example, on Mondays, I read a professionally written genealogical article from the National Genealogical Society Quarterly, or a chapter from a genealogy book. On Tuesdays, I set aside an hour to read blogs and other online material. On Wednesdays, I work on study group assignments, and on Thursdays, I watch a webinar. And I use Fridays as a make-up day for any activity that I miss during the week. You can create your own specific research plan that will work for you to help you meet your specific goals. Let's go over some ideas about gaining research experience. Be sure to download and study the Regional Resources document for your accreditation region that can be found at our website. Become familiar with the different record types important to research in your region. Know how to find each record type. Know the date ranges for each record type. Know the information found in each record type. And know why the record was created. To gain valuable research experience, work on pro bono projects for family members, friends, and acquaintances. While working on projects to gain the required research hours, practice writing effective research plans before beginning each new research project. Start by writing a solid research objective, and then take a few minutes to list all the record types that will possibly help solve the problem. This is an important skill to have. You will need to learn to solve research problems quickly and efficiently, both for the accreditation testing and for our client work. It's very important to create the solid habit of keeping a research log. This skill sets a professional genealogist apart from a novice genealogist. It saves time in the end to help track the sources and write citations as you go. The system, the style, and the type of log that you develop and keep is a personal preference. You can use Excel, Google Sheets, or Word. The key is to make sure that you are recording your research findings in a format that works for you. Again, there's another video at the ICAPGen YouTube channel with information about creating and using research logs. One of the most important resources to study is the FamilySearch Wiki. Be sure to study the information and follow the links on the state, province, and country pages for your accreditation region. Original records are very important to solid research. Understand the importance of obtaining these original records. A digital copy of an original record is generally accepted as a good substitute for the actual original record. Indexes and derivative records should not be relied upon for professional research or for a level 1 project. So be sure to learn how to use indexes or other derivative sources or even authored sources to lead to the most original form of the record. Gain experience learning how to access online and offline repository materials. Become an expert at searching the catalogs at the archives, libraries, and other repositories in your accreditation region. Knowing how to obtain these records sets you apart as a professional. When discovering records that are not available online, practice ordering these records. Each repository has a different policy about obtaining the documents. So be familiar with the website for each repository. Gain experience calling or emailing to ask questions about the lookup policy and how to obtain copies of records. Many repositories, especially cemeteries and smaller courthouses, are often very helpful and may even send copies for a small fee. Many repositories don't have the resources to do lookups. So in these cases, learn how to order lookups by using professionals in the local area. The ability to obtain offline records is key to becoming an excellent researcher. Practice courthouse research at your local courthouse, even if you don't have family there. This will strengthen your knowledge of the available records, and it will strengthen your skills in courthouse research. Another important aspect of research experience is working with old documents. So during each research project, make it a habit to practice reading, transcribing, and abstracting old documents to bring to light the important research clues that are found in them. Also be prepared to transcribe, abstract, and/or answer questions about handwritten documents from an early time period and with a variety of script styles from the testing region. The candidate's paleography skills will be evaluated through these tasks during Level 2 testing. While reading, transcribing, and abstracting old documents, learn the terminology and the wording of the different document types. The candidate should especially focus on documents common to their accreditation region. If the candidate is accrediting in a region in which the primary language is not English, they will be expected to accurately translate documents of genealogical significance from the primary language into English. Additionally, for regions that require multiple languages, including some U.S. regions, candidates will be required to abstract information of genealogical value, such as names, dates, places, and events from foreign language documents into English. See the ICAPGen website for a current list of the languages tested for each region. This list will also indicate whether the candidate must be able to recognize, abstract, transcribe, or translate each language. For more information on this topic, watch the ICAPGen YouTube video, Extraction, Transcription, and Abstraction. The last area of readiness is writing experience. In order to prepare a successful Level 1 project, it's important to understand the difference between a family history narrative and a research report with well-written proofs. One of the major reasons that a Level 1 project may not pass is that the applicant wrote a fun family history, but they failed to analyze and correlate the sources, the information, and the evidence in order to prove the events and relationships in the lives of their subjects. Practice analyzing and writing about sources, information, and evidence using proper terminology. Practice combing through each document that you find for important clues. Then practice analyzing the research findings by writing about the sources, information, and evidence found in the research log, in the report outline, or in an analysis chart. Watch the ICAPGen video presenting analysis and correlation in a Level 1 report and the video document interpretation to help you with this. Practice writing proper citations. Remember that ICAPGen has no required citation style. The main requirement is that citations must be consistent throughout the project and that they contain all the required elements. There's an article by Amy Harris called Documentation and Source Citation in the ICAPGen publication called Becoming an Excellent Genealogist. Make a citation template for each record type and then copy and paste the template into the research log and make the needed adjustments for each source. This practice encourages consistent citations and it saves time and energy in the end. Watch the ICAPGen video, documentation, and source citations. Practice writing about your research in research reports. Focus on learning to write effective proofs as well. A proof is a section of a report that documents the research findings in order to prove the events, facts, or relationships in the subject's lives. This needs to be done with analysis and correlation in order to make a strong conclusion. It's ideal that an applicant has experience writing many research reports before tackling a Level 1 project. Practice organizing and outlining sources, information, and evidence for your proof before beginning the writing process. Here's an outline for proofs for Fannie Gill. Each research question in this outline serves as the objective for the proof being written. So for the birth proof, we have the question, when and where was Fanny Gill born? Well, there were no birth records found for Fanny, and this may need to be explained to the client. But there were census records listing Fanny's age and therefore a calculated birth year. Her place of birth was also listed. Her marriage record listed her age as well for a calculated birth year. And then her death record listed her birth date and the place of birth. And her grave marker listed her birth date as well. The next research question is, who were Fanny Gill's parents? So Fanny was listed in several census records with her parents. And then they are also listed on the marriage register, although it's only initials listed. And then they are listed again on her death record. There's also a chancery court case listing Fanny's parents and all of her siblings. The next research question is, when, where, and to whom did Fanny Gill marry? Her 1882 marriage record lists that she was married to Robert Flatford. Now, Fanny and Robert were not listed together in any census records because they were married after the 1880 census. The 1890 census is missing, and then Robert died before the 1900 census. So birth records were turned to, and they listed both Fanny and Robert on these birth records. There was also a guardianship case listing Fanny as the guardian of the children when Robert died, and Fanny listed as Robert's widow in his probate records. Notice how several of the sources are repeated from proof to proof. This is really helpful to bring all the evidence together in one place to show proof of a relationship or an event, rather than to go through all the sources one by one, trying to show everything that that one source proves. So you'll notice here that the census records and the marriage register are repeated because they each have different information in them that help prove each of the different events or relationships here. Watch Model for a Well-Written Proof and Writing an Effective Research Report to help you with these skills. Lastly, be sure to take the Accreditation Readiness Assessment found at ICAPGen.org. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me using the following information. Thank you for watching this video. I hope the ideas in this video will inspire you on your path to accreditation.